Hello, YouTube. Oh my goodness, it is so incredibly hot in here right now. I do have the 12-volt fan on blowing while I'm trying to work in here, but the temperature outside, according to the phone, says 87 degrees. I went inside a little Bluetooth and it said 120 degrees inside, so I've opened up her windows and doors out there to let it vent out, but I'm guessing it's more than 90 degrees inside the RV right now. And it is evening. Yeah, it was hotter earlier. I couldn't even get any work done. But what I need to do is try to lay this floor out so that I can start using the RV, you know, walking around like normal and not getting splinters and everything because of this ODB or whatever board that's giving me splinters. But that means removing all of the carpeting, which is what I'm planning on doing right now, and trying to figure out where the line will go. I think I'll go right up to the edge of the thing right there where the carpet. I'm going to go a little further than what they have right there and cut out the carpet. Then also I have to remove this carpeting here, but I need to try to clean it all up as best as I can. And then I'm just going to lay the board out. This is laminate flooring. I think I'll have to try to somehow stagger it. But from what I could tell online, you're supposed to lay an underlayer underneath the laminate board, and you're also supposed to stagger it. I'm going to try to stagger it, but I'm not going to do the underlayer because I don't have the money. And I need to get the floor done. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm thinking it'll be alright. It's wood underneath. The underlayer would just, you know, soften it a little bit and give it more of a cushion, I think, and smooth out the surface. I do need to screw these things down, but there's a little bolt right here that I'm going to need to drill a hole for, because that's what's causing it to be up and down, you know, bumpy. See how it's not even? And over here there is a vent hole like this one right here that I need to clean out, and I need to cut a vent hole right here. Need to determine exactly where the vent hole is, then I have to cut it to line it up, then I can do the flooring. And then of course I'll have to cut the flooring's vent hole too. So that all remains to be done, and then we'll try to lay it out and try to get the flooring done if I can tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish tonight. My hope is I can finish tonight because I don't get a lot of time to work on this. So it's got to be done whenever I have time, like right now. But these little bits of carpet here all have to be removed, and it may be kind of a pain, but I think I need to do it. So without further ado, that's what I'm going to do. Stay tuned. To help me out with the task, I do have this utility knife that I had found with one blade. Probably going to need more, but there wasn't too much carpet, so I think it'll be okay. I'm going to try to cut this carpet with this and see how well it does right here along the, basically just going to run it right underneath like that and go as close as I can to the edge and try to just keep doing that to try to get it to come out, because I want to get all of the carpet out. So stay tuned. As you can see, I've removed the table that was here. You know, it just sits on here. It'll come back, but you can see this wall is actually dry rotted and will need to be replaced as well. But that's going to be a future project here. I have to rip all this out and redo this whole wall, which is a big deal. But that's going to be done later. For now, I just want to get the floor in. Should do the wall first and then do the floor and stuff, but because I'm living in it and you know, the time constraints, we're kind of doing it backwards sort of. But I will try to do the flooring first and then gut that wall later. I just want to get the bedroom, the bathroom, and this floor done. Then I can start working on the living room and the kitchen. Those are future projects. But you can see this is kind of coming up, not coming up as smoothly as I would have liked, but I hope to get all of this out of here and then cut the carpeting all the way up there and make the boards, you know, start laying it out and line it up to see how it's going to look. And we'll see if we can't get this working just right. And then I've got to cut a hole here, and this is the bolt I was talking about. There's like a little bolt that I'm going to have to make a hole for. Right over here there's a bolt where they normally bolt the wood down, and then I'll have to see about screwing the wood down so it doesn't move around. But yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, so I'll keep you guys posted, so stay tuned. Getting the carpet out was a lot harder than it looks. Things aren't ever as easy as they seem. But I don't even think I want to remove this other part right here because it's going to be a pain. And even doing this part, look at that, it doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to have to slowly just work at it and just try to be patient and run the utility knife and just continue to just cut as best as I can to get this all cleared out and clean out all the other remnants, and then I'll deal with this section later. I'll leave the carpeting and may just leave it like that and just lay the laminate tile from here on out, you know. That way the front part will be functional. And hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping to be able to tile, lay the laminate flooring all the way to the bedroom. Then I can walk around, and it's pretty much an operational RV as far as house-wise, you know, livability. Just need to fix the walls and finish up the roofing. Because it is a bit overwhelming trying to live in it and work on it, but well, you know, I could tell myself just one step, one little thing at a time. You know, the hardest part was already, one of the hardest part was just getting the RV to this location, and we did that slowly, but we did it. So now we just need to slowly get all this stuff out, try to lay it in neatly, and get the van functional. Well, not the van, but the RV functional as a home, tiny house on wheels. Alright, I managed to pull out most of the carpeting. You can see there's still some little remnants left of the carpeting and the underlayer. But see all these black marks? That's where the leak had been. The water had leaked all the way from the side and come down underneath of the floor. So I'm not gonna do anything about this other than maybe spray it a little bit with bleach, possibly. And then you know, just try to clear this all out as best as I can. I'm going to leave the carpeting up there for now. I'm going to deal with it. But just trying to get this done as fast as possible. So we'll need to cut this and get all this cut. And work on getting the holes here put into the correct place for the vent hole. I guess that's for the heater. And then the little screw hole. And then somehow attaching these things so they don't move around. And then we can begin laying down the flooring and seeing how it looks and feels. But I'll just be so much happier once the flooring's down, because then I can walk around like, you know, like a real house instead of right now where I have to always have shoes on. And even then, you know, you still get splinters and stuff. So alright, I managed to get most of the carpeting and the underlayer off. Some of it's not coming off, but you know, if it doesn't come off, it doesn't come off. And I mean, I could sit here and keep working at it and working at it, but I need to get this done. I don't have all, you know, here. Basically, I have one day to get this done. Not even a whole day, just a couple hours left. So we're going to proceed to cut this side out and then continue working our way back, and then we'll have to deal with the board here in a moment. Alright, rather than go all the way down there, I decided to stop right here where the wood stops. So we'll put the new board here and then somehow finish off with a piece of wood or something to hide the transition. Now it's a matter of dealing with this other board right here, this Texas shaped one, to put in the vent hole and deal with that little piece of metal that needs to stick up. And then I think we can start laying out the flooring, although I still need to deal with the carpeting over here. Not sure what I'm going to do about the carpeting on the end over here, because that's only a tiny little piece. We'll figure it out as we go along, I guess. So, I guess it's just a matter of sweeping right now, and maybe I'll lay out a couple pieces just to see what it looks like. This floor vent has a lot of junk in it, and will need to be clean. So, I'm just gonna wet a piece of paper towel and just kind of wipe up what I can and pull out the dirt that's in here, because it's a mess. There's a nail there that needs to be dealt with too. So we'll clean that out and then try to get rid of that nail, figure it out. Alright, I've temporarily laid things out, and you can see there's going to be a gap right there. You're supposed to cut that little leg, the little ledge thingy off, but I don't think I'm going to cut it. I'm not going to bother, because I'm going to slide it right down this way too. And I'm going to have a don't know what they call those little round pieces on the end there. I'm just going to put that there to kind of hide that. Maybe get a big fat one. As I said, this just has to be good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have the, I mean, I could cut it, but I'm just lazy, and I want to get this done. So I think we're going to line it up just like that right there, and that way we can put a little piece right there to gap it. And then I've got to cut one in half here and then do an L shape and then run it across here. We're just going to go right over that bump right there. And the center one right here, I'm actually going to slide it out a little bit, then put another one there and cut it to length. That way it's kind of a staggered pattern instead of having a seam that goes all the way across, you know, on every single connection. Although I don't know if that's so bad, because it looks like the wood's kind of random, you know, random pieces going up to each other. So if I put another piece there, maybe I can lay one out and see if it, because if it works like this, I'll just lay it out like this. I'm not even going to stagger the wood. I'll just lay it out, because they already have pieces here that look like, you know, they get hammered in anyways. So the seam would just be part of the process. So I might just leave it like that and not bother staggering it, because staggering it is just an additional step and more cutting. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible with as little bit of cuts as possible. So I think maybe we can do that and try to get this floor done tonight if I can. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign out for now. If any more updates come, I'll show you the end results on the next video, because this video is going on and on and on. So we'll go ahead and end it right now, and I will post a secondary update on this once I have some more work done and actually figure things out for real. Until next time, everyone, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you're staying safe wherever you are, and that it is much cooler where you are than where it is right here, right now. You can see I am soaking wet. You know, I have the fan here kind of blowing at me while I work. Anyhow, this is Denoy signing out. Take care, everyone. God bless you all. Please stay safe. Bye-bye now.